better. Say that it gets better. I'm gay-ish.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish.
The podcast that's a morning after pill for your ears.
Except what we put in there will never come out.
I think we cleanse out. You just forget everything because you're like so horrified or disgusted or whatever you're feeling.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
And we're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And today we're going to talk about Instagays.
We are going to talk about Instagays.
Instagays.
Do you have anything first?
But first, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I saw in the news, as usual. Okay.
What did you see in the news today?
A couple of things. So first of all, I'll just read the headline, and I don't think we have to go any further.
Okay. Man
gives blowjob to 10-inch penis and ends up in ER with ruptured airway.
Yeah. Next story. We get it. I actually saw this story.
Did you?
Yeah.
It was last month while I was in Russia.
Okay. So this is you bringing up the like. Yeah. If I had to pick one story that you missed that I needed you to see, you got it. You're there.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale.
Or no, but it's not. I love. Okay, you can keep going. He's the best person ever.
He's the best person ever?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he was like, I would do it again in a second. Yeah, it was great. Like, he's in the hospital and he's like the happiest dude. Like, of course, yeah, you just took a 10-inch dick. He's happy as he's been.
Yep. And they're still hooking up.
You break a piece of me, like physically or mentally, I am yours forever.
Yep. His name is Alanis. His name is Freddie Alanis. He estimated the penis to be between 10 and 10 and a half inches. Quote, my poor little throat afterwards was demolished. Then he did have to explain what happened to the doctors, but he didn't tell his parents. And he said, oh, my parents know I'm gay. They just don't know I'm a whore.
Second.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be like, so, mom and dad, here's the deal.
My windpipe is ruptured.
There is this big thing I put in my mouth, and now I'm not breathing.
Yeah. I have to go to a different article that I saved that isn't open right now.
Okay.
To give.
Do you need like loading?
He called it a Hulk-sized dick.
No.
A reporter asked him, so you said you finished him off even after you knew something had happened?
What?
Is that true? And he responded, yeah, I wasn't going to stop. In the heat of the moment, my willpower willed me to continue. Stamina.
Okay.
And then
what reporter is like, did he come? Like, that's what that reporter just asked him. That's weird. Okay.
It's fantastic. He's also really cute.
Isn't he kind of young though?
I didn't hear a question.
Isn't he your type? That's what I meant to say.
He's 19.
Okay. Yes, on both fronts.
Yep. They also asked him, how do you feel about Donald Trump? He said he's a piece of shit. I want to slap the shit out of him. He's running the country awfully. We look like a bunch of jackasses and fucking assholes because of the decisions he's making.
This was really a wide-ranging interview.
Hard-hitting expose.
He destroyed your throat. Did he orgasm inside of you? And what's up with Donald Trump?
I think that all makes sense, really.
Yeah, that's a logical... All right.
Anyway, that's dude in Chicago that ruined himself with a giant dick.
Well, he's who we all strive to be.
# life goals. Also, I'll show you the video maybe later, but Russia released a Get Out the Vote video. They want people to make sure that they go and vote.
Okay.
What?
Oh, get out. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like I thought you were going to say it's like encouraging gay people to vote.
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
Okay.
It aired on television.
Oh, or... it's encouraging Academy Award winning screenwriters to vote.
Yes.
Get Out. That's the name of the movie.
Yes.
You're on my same page. Okay. Mike is laughing hysterically. He had to mute his mic. Okay.
You
what? You can keep saying things.
So it's hey, here, like you should go and vote. It's your civic duty. You should go and vote. The video is these two men walking down the street on the sidewalk, and they're talking about how voting is stupid and you shouldn't vote. Politicians are all corrupt. Voting doesn't matter. Here, like they give all of these reasons why they don't vote. And then the video ends with them taking all of their clothes off and banging. Now, the message is, if you don't vote, you're gay. You don't want to be gay, do you?
Oh, my God.
So go vote.
Wait.
Only gays don't vote. Listen to these two idiots that then fucked. Right?
Well, but I think they might be promoting not voting and fucking dudes. Like, they might have just inadvertently advertised for the wrong things.
I mean, especially because they're kind of hot.
And if you give all the reasons why not to vote, like,
Yeah.
that might be your...
Yeah, let's just have gay sex instead.
Are they... Okay, gay propaganda law, are they even allowed to show that?
Yes, because it's not promoting the gay lifestyle. In fact, it is making fun of
I don't know.
and demeaning the gay lifestyle.
So you can talk about as long as you're demeaning it. I feel like there's like should be a creative way to twist that into like say something that sounds like it's demeaning but actually promoting, or I don't know.
I mean, who knows? It made it past the censors, so it's on TV. But
I like that it's like your vote matters and go vote, but also we might try to assassinate just other like folk, like they're behaving. It's it's all show. Everything in life is a facade, and we will never reach true inner self.
Are you just trying to make us sad now?
I'm sad, so no, I'm just being mean. I've often come to like, I'm in like everyday work conversations, and then I'm like, yeah, everything's meaningless and we shouldn't really try anymore. And like, everyone's like, we were just talking about like, who should email this person. Now that I'm taking my meds, I have feelings again, which is great, but also...
Makes you burp more.
Makes me burp more. My feelings escape. I randomly started crying yesterday, and I have no idea why.
Oh, are you pregnant?
Oh, no.
I've heard that happens.
Yeah. I also think that pickles dipped in yogurt sounds delicious.
Do you really?
No.
I mean, you hate pickles.
I know. I was trying to think
if you suddenly started liking pickles, I would be like, you are pregnant.
Deaf pregnant. Deaf preggers. Baby in the back door oven. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Instagays?
Yeah, let's talk about Instagays. I mean, so, Mike...
What is an Instagay?
What is an Instagay?
I know somebody we could ask.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who could we ask?
My mom.
Okay, it's been quite some time.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, and I don't know why. I was trying to think of a better thing to say than that, but then I just said the same thing. It's been
a hot flash. It's been
it's a hot hour. It's been a hot flash.
We're all in menopause now.
I went very right from pregnancy to menopause. I'm actively pregnant during my menopause. It's weird. Yes, so let's ask your mom.
All right, let's ask her. We've got questions, she's got answers. It's time for Mom's Planning with Ma Johnson.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
How are you?
Hi, Kyle. I'm good. Do you like my dinner?
It looked good, yeah.
Yeah, we got a picture of your steak.
Yeah.
How did it taste?
It tastes like I like my man.
What? How?
Dry and tough.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since we've talked and had you on the show.
I know. I missed us. You.
We've gotten messages from people asking when you're going to be back. So,
No way.
Yes, for sure.
Are they single? Are they not gay?
Oh,
Don't know, and probably not.
Yeah. odds are you're not gonna. This is not the community. Yeah.
It's like when we went to that gay bar for that fundraiser, and I really liked that one guy, and I said, if you were straight, I would so do you. And he said the same thing back to me, so I was pretty flattered.
Aw. Do we know him, or was he a rando?
No, just a random bear at Diesel.
He's a rando.
Oh, great.
Cute.
Oh,
He was cute.
Glasses.
okay. So we have a word we want you to define. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh, yes.
I know. It's been so long. Who knows if we even remember what we're doing?
Do the Fab Five know what it means?
Oh, interesting. You should mention them because they're related to this. But
I love them just to death.
do you have a favorite?
Love them. I do.
Who?
The guy that did the sort of wrap up of the Game of Thrones guy with the long hair. I love him.
Jonathan.
He's the flamingest dude ever. Isn't he?
Yeah.
I just love that.
He's just...
I like it. There's no questions here at all about where he is. I love that honesty.
He's so extra.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So we want you to define the word Instagay.
Instigate?
Instagay.
Oh, Instagay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Instagay is like a picture, what do you call it? Like Facebook or whatever, kind of a doodah, but it's for, like you do your pictures and they're gay. Like Instagram, only totally gay.
Oh, like if Grindr were not a hookup app and just like a place with profiles for gay people?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Clitter instead of Twitter. That's what the some of the girls use. Hey, speaking of which.
Whoa, no, I don't know. I'm
drink.
nervous about where you're going with this.
I'm not even I can't drink. I haven't been drinking for this is day 7, thank the Lord.
Why?
I had to go. I was getting this unusual situation.
Drunk?
Down there? No.
Oh.
Are you talking about your clitoris?
No, just in the whole general vicinity there. So I went to my doctor, and she said, there's atrophy. That is serious. That is how long it's been since I had any of that ever again.
Wait, so...
My last boyfriend died, but I didn't do it. It certainly wasn't from that.
You said so many things just then.
Okay, let me do some translating. Her ex-boyfriend died.
Yeah.
It's funny though.
I mean, okay.
But
it's been a couple of years.
It's been so long since she's had sex. Her pussy is shrinking.
It's got atrophy. It means that there's excessive buildup of bad bacteria in there, creating a "Good morning, ladies, walk by the outhouse" smell. And so my doctor, I said, "What the? It's not because of any of these things. You can check me for
ticks,
for every stuff." Yeah. And they did, and it's like, oh, you just have an imbalance of your bacteria, etc. Some antibiotics, if you drink, it's like they will seriously make you throw up more than drinking too much.
Got it. So you can't drink because of the antibiotics.
Okay, you're on medication.
Gosh, you made it sound so simple.
I was wondering if apparently you had a bacteria that only alcohol or dicks could solve, which I have that bacteria too.
That's how listen, for real, because of lack of use. There's no there's all the good bacteria left to went to San Francisco to look for some. I don't know.
Ladies, take a dick, or you're gonna have to be on antibiotics. This is a PSA.
I need a dick. Add a dick to me. That's what it is.
That's a better name for this social networking site that is just for gay people.
Yes.
Add a dick to me.
Add a dick to me. Yeah.
Okay. One. I love your idea of a gay only, but not for fucking, just for your profiles. I don't know. That would turn
you could put dickies and penises and stuff on there. That'd be kind of funnish.
I was just gonna say
Doesn't the Kardashian chick do her butt and stuff? I don't know. deleted that app.
Yes, the Kardashian chick did do her butt. That is one thing we know about Kim. But
Because she took that song for serious, didn't she? Like big butt antenna. That was
Sir Mix-a-Lot created Kim Kardashian. Well, and Ray J,
created
but
Kim Kardashian. Yeah, the same. Okay, what?
so you're so close. You're like right there, but just a tiny bit off. So Instagay is a gay that is on Instagram, which you mentioned.
Yes.
That
Okay.
basically just takes like super hot shirtless selfies of them.
Often
Oh my
to sell
God,
products.
what's the address? Go-
Yeah, that's
Just
like
because a Cadillac drives by doesn't mean you can't still like your Porsche. Never mind.
is that like you may see hot dudes on Instagram, but like your boyfriend's cool too? Is that what that?
But I can't drive. No, I have atrophy. Remember?
Oh, okay. So you just have to enjoy your
I
empty
have
garage.
a boyfriend. That's right. But
This was enlightening for about 14 different reasons.
and all of them bad.
No, all of them beautiful in their own ways.
So you have like a hella editing job in front of you, don't you?
You know, or we'll just throw it all in, just like your vagina should do.
Oh, yes. Well, you know what? You can't push a rope. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him piss over the barn. How about that one?
I thought, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him fuck you.
That's true, because that guy died. Where was that from? Seattle? He was from like
Enum Club. He was from
Rehoboth
Enum
or
Club.
something, wasn't he?
Oh,
Enum Club.
yeah.
Yeah, that dude
That's
got
the
fucked to
direct
death by a horse.
translation.
God, I would love to get fucked
Yeah.
to death.
No, you wouldn't.
Well,
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know.
Hey, horsies.
I'm aroused. Okay, so thank you as always for being on and giving us both
so very
definitions
welcome.
and, just your life updates.
Unnecessary knowledge. Hey, and I like my steak like I like my men. Hard and strong. No, what was that other word? Tough. There we go. Hard and tough.
You like your steaks hard?
No,
Okay.
that was a. Never mind. See, I'm just like crazy because I can't get any satisfaction. Me and Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
Alcohol, peen.
I know.
What
Maybe
is-
tomorrow.
Okay.
All
There we
right.
go. Until we meet again, and I'll have alcohol that time. No,
Yeah.
I can't this time. Did I tell you why?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
better off. Okay.
Thank-
All right,
Great.
Mom.
Thanks for being on.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, Mom.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous and hilarious. Your mom just might be at the point where you just need to we don't even need a reason for her. We don't need anything for him to momsplain. We can just talk to
Just
her
call
about
her.
it. Just call her. Ask how everything's. Is it? I don't know.
What?
I just.
Can't possibly fathom your mom talking about her vagina bacteria with you?
Yes, but even backing up, I can't fathom saying the word vagina to my mom in any, not even hers, anyone's, even in a medical sense, or there's no way I can imagine saying that word to my mom, much less all the things that just
Happened.
were
Yeah.
said.
I get it.
Do you?
We're special people.
So,
Instagays.
yes. So, your mom almost said, and we explained, Instagay are those gays on Instagram that are just beautiful selfies. It's not just your everyday person that is hot and taking selfies. It's beautiful pictures and amazing locations. And like you mentioned, sometimes getting sponsorship for the posts that they're putting up there. So.
Selling stuff. Product placement.
Yeah.
Dick placement.
Dick placement.
Face placement.
And I mean, the dick placement is important because
It's Instagram. You can't show your dick.
Is that true?
It has to be heavily implied.
And by implied, just very light covering.
Yep. Just put a little socky over it.
Hint of fabric. Okay, do you know how much money you can get?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I was reading like rough figures that there's apparently some magic, like either 400,000 or 500,000 followers. That means that you've arrived. Like then you are like a fucktacular Instagay.
Yeah.
And I imagine that they make a lot of money and that's their full-time job.
What? Yeah. Oh, I mean, it seems like it because you're like, well, we'll get into that. Like,
do we need to be shirtless more so we can get paid for this shit? I know it's not a visual medium, but nobody wants to see that anyway.
Yeah, I know. I guess this is the right visual medium for us to be shirtless. This is a great place for you and I to be shirtless. We'll just we can just talk about yeah, my six pack's going and it's dripping with sweat and I'm currently in, what's a cool location? Venice.
Yeah.
Beach.
Venice Beach.
Is that a place?
It's Muscle Beach, yeah. It's in LA.
Oh my God, I picked a good reference.
You did.
I mean, I know.
Because you're here.
Because I'm buff. Okay, so I read that on average, if you can get a post to be sponsored, you average $300 per post.
Okay.
And influencers, I don't know what the magic number, but at least a number I found. This is from Adweek. Instagram influencers, fuck, I hate that that's a thing. Okay, with 100,000 followers or more can earn up to or around $800 per post.
$800 a post.
Yeah.
If you have 100,000 viewers
or more, yeah.
People.
Yeah. And some of those things they post, you see they have tagged, I'm in this hotel wearing this underwear and my teeth are this bright because of Dr. whoever.
Thanks, Crest White Strips.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if you can get multiple, or maybe they're already including that.
Is it $800 per product? so he's like drinking a Coke while riding on a branded skateboard, wearing his Nike pumps and a Speedo brand Speedo, and has a Tommy Hilfiger jacket on. And
rentmen.com. There's a hooker in the background.
Yeah.
We should try to see how many brands we can just stuff inside one thing. And if I
can stuff a lot.
I've been working towards this moment of trying to stuff as much as I can in one thing. I think this is what we're cut out for. Okay. So then when I was seeing these numbers, as an advertiser, because I do digital marketing and mostly most of my experience has been in paid advertising, so I'm probably the person you hate because you see ads on YouTube. But that seems pretty cheap.
Yeah, it does.
If I could pay someone $800 to promote their thing to 100,000 people or more, and it's not just that it's a paid promotion, it's that they're someone that they trust or is wearing it so it looks cool. It's not a YouTube ad, which you hate. It's a person you think is super hot and want to be like that seems so cheap.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It's almost like maybe being objectified for money isn't all it's cut out to be.
Yeah. Or maybe it's great. I can't tell. Also, Instagram is they must be pissed. They're not getting a cut of that.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking too, $800 a post, $300 a post, however many $100 a post. If you post twice a week, that's a fuck ton of money.
I thought you were going up to a place where you did math.
Oh, I mean that's $1,600 a week.
If you did
the $800, if you did twice a week,
and then
4 weeks in a month, that's $6,400.
That's not too shabs.
That's not too shabby.
So, in summary, for this episode, be hot and take pictures of yourself. Goodbye.
With no clothes on.
Oh, right. With no clothes on.
Holding a
crest. Holding a Red Bull.
A Rainier. Holding Bud Light Lime.
Holding a reindeer. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Holding something from...
Yeah, what's it like?
You haven't had to beep that in a while.
I was just thinking, the finance industry pays a lot for leads, so you could be holding Charles Schwab himself, naked on
swimming in a sea of stock certificates, just draped suggestively over your cock and balls.
Living inside your low income mortgage.
Ooh.
Sexy. Okay, so now that we've covered what Instagays are and why maybe we should, oh my God, can we like advertise for our podcast by saying like listen to it and tag us? I got $300 I can throw to a hot person.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone that just heard about this from our amazing advertising we did through someone hot. No. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the first thing that I'm going to tell you.
Okay. So I'm ready.
Okay, good.
Say it to me.
Say it now, presently. I'm going to tell you about, so the first article I read about this is called Instagays Unfiltered. Mm-hmm. It's an article on Vice by Khalid El Khatib.
You did so good. Why do you even read names on the air?
I think that's, well, because I want to give him credit, but I don't know if that counted. Yeah. Sorry. K-E-K. Okay, so what he did, he's gay. He has a Muslim father. He's a writer that's had like a lot of great bylines. So he went and interviewed 3 different Instagays, yep. Different types of people, and just described his experiences with them. And, you know, some of the things that I took away from them is a lot of them, to me, it sounds like a lot of them downplay like what's happening. They're like, you know, I'm just taking pictures of myself. I'm just putting I'm just taking a picture. Or like one of them was actually like an artist who drew pictures of Instagays. Like he had drawings that he posted, which I think I like that a little bit better. It's a little bit of like a more artistic spin rather than just I have a hot body. But like they're just like, I mean, a thing that he noted that a couple of them said is it's just Instagram. Yeah. Or like one of them said, oh my God, I hate this so much. Oh, this is a good promotional tactic. Insult the top influencers in the gay community. Yep. Da, 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 da.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Well, it's just dumb. Okay, Logan Fletcher, what? He was born to do porn. Why isn't he in porn?
Right.
Logan Fletcher?
Yep.
I couldn't come up with a better name than that for porn. Unless it was like Dick Ass Fletcher or something. Like, okay.
Dick in the ass.
Dick and ass. Like, and is the, okay. Anyway, his I do appreciate this. His Instagram name is Brogan, which any kind of pun with the word bro, though, I'm into. Brogan _NYC. So he was talking about this post he did, like him wearing this. It's like goofy, like he has face paint on. He's a dog. He's on all fours, and he's raising money for dogs, I guess. I forget. It was like animal shelters or something.
Dog, D-A-W-G-S.
Dogs. For he's raising money for pup play. No, he was raising money for a good charitable cause. And he said, quote, I just post what I want to post. Hopefully it helps someone out because I keep it positive. Even if it's me dressing up as a dog because I'm fucking stupid and silly, then cool. Hopefully it helps someone out. And like what bugged me the most about that is like, I think a lot of them kind of put on this front of like, oh, I'm so silly. I'm just posting as a dog. But it's like, you're not. Are you really being that silly if you're like super buff in your tighty whities, like posing as a dog? Like, I don't think you're that silly. I don't think that's silly. Like, I just
rethink that labeling.
I just think like they try to put on this pretense of like, I'm just a silly, like I'm so nerdy or I'm so stupid and I'm just being stupid. But it's like, yeah, but if you're like posing and being hot and shirtless in it, like,
yeah, there's something to the like super hot dude that he creates vulnerability and approachability by doing goofy things. But like wearing nerd glasses. I think the reason that that's hot is because it's like, oh, but you're smart and hot guys don't wear that kind of thing. Like,
but I think it's all like fake silly things or fake nerdy things. I think it's like you have to do enough to pretend like you're that, but you're not. But actually,
still preserve.
Yeah, I want someone to be like, oh, I'm being all silly because I am pushing out my gut and eating a pizza and like I just woke up, so I didn't actually do anything, and I took this picture with my shitty iPhone. Like that would be like. There are ways to do like silly, like actual, like, oh, I'm actually goofing around and here's a real picture of me, but they don't do that. Their silly is like still posed and, it's all methodical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I had a lot of feelings about that. That was more time than I planned to spend on that one bullet. And another thing he noted is a lot of them, based on the 3 people he talked to, a lot of them, but he talked about how they have these interesting stories. Like one of them went to conversion therapy. Another grew up in a church background and had to come out, but they don't always have that information up front. So that to me is like, that's the interesting, compelling part about, like, yes, you're super hot and ripped and that's a lot of work, good for you. But like, to say I went to conversion therapy or I grew up in a religious household that didn't accept me, and like that, I think is actually a really compelling thing. And the interviewer pointed out, like, you have more shirtless pictures than anything. Like, you don't talk about anything about all that background. And he's like, yeah, I don't, a lot of them were like, get that true? Or like, I don't want to talk about that. That's not, I want to talk about who I am right now.
Well, and that's not going to sell underwear.
Yeah. Like, the idea of conversion therapy is not the sexiest topic that, like, buy like these hot nipple clamps because it's what they use at your conversion therapy camp to electrocute you. Like, That's not the best sales tactic.
Yep.
Like, Nippy brand nipple clamps, the kind even conversion therapists recommend. Like, I don't know. Kind of loses its appeal. He asked if they think that if what they do contributes to body dysmorphia in the gay community. And the artist, the one that draws other Instagays.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Old people.
Old Instagays are Instagays. You're welcome. New genre that I just created. Okay. So,
some people would be into that.
I
too.
know.
Like, just daddies.
Yeah.
Silverback daddies everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. John McConnell, who has an Instagram by the same name as the artist. And he said, quote, "I'm drawing what I want to draw and people are choosing whether they want to consume it."
Yeah. Some of that feels like Donald Trump and getting all of that business done in China and then saying that he has to, or like, it's not my fault. That's what the law is.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. I'm going to do this thing that no one asked me to. And then it's like, but it's not my fault.
Yeah.
But like, that's the easy, I feel like the superficial analysis, which analyzing superficial things with a superficial analysis would be fitting, but I don't want to. But like, the superficial analysis would be, yeah, they're hot and that's harming the community and that representation isn't. But like, I think there is a point to, they are putting out, I don't think they have a responsibility to fix anything or be anything else or do anything different. Like, if they want to post hot pictures of their body, they worked hard at it, and do what you want to do. No one says you have to expose your background to people. No one says that you have to show off an authentic form of you or ugly pictures of you. Like,
is it really your responsibility to carry that torch?
Yeah, exactly.
It's sort of the gay male version of the conversations people have about strippers and whether female strippers and whether that's a ethical pursuit. Like, is it, if you're a straight guy and you and your bros go to a strip club and give dollar bills to a girl as she takes her clothes off, is that just a mutual exchange of money for goods and services?
Goods and services.
Or is that unethical? Is that taking advantage of her? Is that
reinforcing women's role in society as the people that are supposed to be that, like, hot body for us?
Yeah. Is that kind of objectification justifiable? I mean,
are ugly strippers the only ones that should be stripping?
Right.
Because then we're showing. I was going to take that.
Should they be required to have one Uggo stripper just to balance it out, just for civic rescivility?
It'd be like, instead of the diversity hire, it'd be like the civic hire.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to go a different direction. Like, a lot of people criticized the Grammys when Amy Winehouse won.
Really?
Because
Because she was in rehab?
No.
They tried to make her go to rehab.
No, yeah.
She said no.
I hear she didn't go. It works great for her. No, yeah, like she's like uses drugs, couldn't even come into the U.S. because of, I forget what happened at the time, but like, is that
heroin? Probably.
Sure. But is that the right person they should be promoting? And it's like, you know what? But
then there's wow, I had no idea we were going to go here. There's the appreciation of what she does as an artist and is consuming her art and paying for her art a tacit endorsement of her lifestyle and her choices. And so is it okay to like Kevin Spacey movies?
Is it okay to like Instagram is an entire platform built around images. So like if you're going to Instagram, you're going there, like, is it okay to appreciate super hot dudes that you see on Instagram? And
yes,
like,
the answer is yes.
Yes, the answer. That's true. This is a dumb podcast on our gay podcast to talk about if that's okay. No, but I think it makes sense if you're hot and you recognize it and you're making money off of that. Like you're working hard for your body and you're like, yeah, you know, like I get it. Do it. It's when people have. It's back to that. Like, oh, I'm just being all silly. It's like you are just you have like there's this difference between what you are saying you are and what you really are, or it's just Instagram. Like to believe that you don't have a bigger impact than it's just looking at pictures like that. To me, I hate that people that don't understand those differences or that are intentionally putting on a facade just to get, you know, the fame, like, which is why I love Britney Spears, because she's always authentic. Yeah. So, like, on the flip side, I think it's also about the consumers of it. Like, I think it says more than about us as a society that the people that have super chiseled hot bodies, that we don't care about their background or who they are.
I need a second.
Did you just come?
Yeah. Fuck
yeah. Hey, Reynolds, open up. Ew.
Gross.
Don't come in my dog's mouth. If you could just do this one thing for me.
It's not my fault. I just came and he happened to be there.
Oh my God. That's what I always say. It's like I could either wipe this up with a towel or...
Oh, God.
I know, this is so gross. What I think it says a lot about us as a society that is what we value, that's what we follow, that is what then earns people money, is exclusively looks. So this is not a new problem. I mean, this has always been something. I think this is just a new channel for that to become, you know, really visible.
Sex sells.
Sex sells. And actually, okay, I looked at Khalid El Khatib's, the writer of this article. I looked at his profile. So he's a writer. So he interviews people. And I liked the article and how he wrote it. And he's grew up with a Muslim dad and he's gay. So I think there's like a lot of interesting things both about what he does and
how he does it and who he does it with.
Yeah, sure.
And in what position.
And I looked at like his Twitter and his Instagram, and he's a really attractive guy. Like he's hot.
Yeah.
He, in the pictures that I could find where he was shirtless, it was a good thing for me in my eyes. And like he had nice arms, which he had his sleeves rolled up in some. And so like he's a super attractive dude, but he has, what was it? I wrote it down.
A 10-inch dick.
I wrote.
Broke your windpipe.
I wish. He has 1,260. That's a weird way to say that number. 1,260 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
Which is like, to me, that shows that, you know, that like he has everyday ordinary pictures of him. Super attractive, or he'll have like his pictures with him with the sleeves rolled up are clearly a selfie in the mirror or whatever. So like, but I don't know. It's just like for someone who's real and hot and intelligent and like has this interesting backstory, to have, 1,200 followers, that's like, there's such a disparity and there's such a big gap between, it's not just about hotness. It's about, I think part of it is being white and hot. Oh. Cause that's what we like. It's about
not me, man.
You're not white.
Nope.
Okay.
Not on the inside. Sometimes.
But I do think that's like part of the, one of the downsides.
I'm cracker white, by the way.
Right. That's right. I know that because, yes. But like, so I think part of some of the problems of this are not just, and again, I think that goes back to society, not just that it's super hot people that end up appearing at the top. It's also, typically white people, white cis dudes, like, kind of those stereotypical ideas of beauty. And so it's interesting. One of the guys that he talked to is black, but he didn't like, I don't know. I think there's a difference between like a black super hot guy, because we need more representation of people of color in general in the gay community. So I don't know. I feel differently about people of color or in other minorities versus white people that reach this. But anyway, so this is why I always get to like, and so we as a society are all messed up and nothing's going to fix it. So don't just give up and jerk off to hot guys.
Fuckers are everywhere.
Fuckers are inside me.
Your bullshit is bullshit.
They're bullshit. Okay. Instagays bullshit is bullshit for sure. If there's a time where that fits, it's you fuckers, because your fuckers are fucking and your bullshit is bullshit.
Okay, so is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your 2-sentence description of Logan Fletcher. Brogan, NYC.
Do I remember? Oh, he's tall, blonde, fit, thinks he's playful and fun, but probably dumb.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Could not have planned this better. Logan Fletcher is a fraternity brother of mine, and we're friends. We're Facebook friends. We've hung out. We go drinking when we see each other at conferences. we know each other.
Oh no! Do I have to take back everything I said?
No.
He's the nicest person. Oh wait, so you can confirm? Is he dumb?
He's not dumb. He is not dumb at all.
Is he smart?
He's
really.
It's a brilliant conversationalist. Is really very driven. Is a lovely person. And so I didn't actually plan to do this as a segment until you specifically picked him out of that Vice article.
Well, there were like 3 people that he interviewed, and this was one that was like I don't know, he had only like 50,000 or something like that followers.
Yeah, so 39,000 I checked earlier.
Okay. Up and comer or something.
Yeah. So he worked for the fraternity the way that I worked for the fraternity as a regional director for a year. Just he's much younger than I am, obviously. He's in his 20s. But he traveled to Washington State for the fraternity. And so that's why he's sort of in the mix. And it's interesting, I think. I'm struck by the idea that what we see on Instagram and what sells, and he's objectively fucking smoking hot, and I would say that to his face.
His beautiful, beautiful face.
Yeah, but he's also a complex person. He is a fully integrated human being, and I think that it's really very easy to look at what we think of as a superficial, vapid platform and self-promotion and self-objectification for profit and make judgments about all of that. But then I wonder, and I do, and like the only person that I know of that's in that camp that I don't make those judgments of is Logan, because I know him. And it's interesting. It's sort of like being gay is one thing about you. It's not everything about you. Being an Instagay is one thing about you. It's not everything about you.
Yeah. Well, I also think, okay, so like one thing that stands out in my mind about him specifically that said in the article that contributes to what I'm thinking. So also it's important to remember that what I think about him is not only based on what I saw on Instagram, but also what this person said about him during an interview. man, maybe people in the media have their own opinions that they're okay.
Fake news.
So something he said is the guy said is like he mentioned that he was 6'2" many times during the interview without being prompted. So that was another thing that was like, I mean, that in like that says superficial, like just
for sure.
That describes someone superficial.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
although I will say, my guess is if I was going to be doing an interview about my success as a mostly naked person on Instagram, I would talk about my physical attributes a lot as well. Like, it doesn't mean that he would randomly... He's not going to come up to you, Kyle, at a party and be like, I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2". By the way, I'm 6'2".
Well, yeah, because I'm 6'2.5", so he wouldn't want to bring that up.
Yeah, multiple middle fingers.
Suck it, Logan. I'm better than you in at least one way.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I feel like that's part of the challenge, because I agree that, like, just classifying all of them as all the Instagays, I mean, grouping them in one category as Instagays and then describing them as vapid and superficial and all that stuff is like, but like, it's also what they're putting out there. So, I mean, it's this like, I think there's this understandable challenge, and you can see it not only in Instagram, but also in like the gay magazines or, I mean, talk about any kind of industry basically. And like, it's this challenging thing of, okay, we as a, let's say we're Advocate magazine or whatever. Like, let's say
we are Advocate magazine.
We said it. And like, okay, what are we going to put out on our next cover? We know that if I put shirtless Gus Kentworthy, done. We can quit. We made it.
I tell you what, I would buy tampons if they had a shirtless Gus Kenworthy on the cover. Like,
but you also use tampons so that you can stop your anal leakage.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What do you use to stop your anal linkage?
My boyfriend's mouth.
Leakage. Oh, God.
Potentially the grossest thing I have said on this podcast.
It's a high bar, too.
And I think I pole vaulted right over it. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. It's what in an industry, especially, I mean, you talk about magazine, especially in an industry that's facing so many challenges, like, of course I'm going to slap a hot shirtless guy on the cover. Yeah. So it's this challenge of, you know, I'm putting out there what I know is going to make me money. Yeah. And I can especially think of if I'm trying to make Instagram or being a model, you know, my goal, I could see doing that, but I don't know. So then it's I think you're right that is not as easy as great, they're vapid people done. Yeah. But then I think it's like trying to understand what your product is, and your product is super hotness, and
your product is abs.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So
do you
what?
Now I'm nervous that I just talked about this dude and you know him.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Why does that make you nervous? I mean, is it the potential that he hears this and then hates you forever, and then you run into each other at some party that I have? Like, that might happen, but like, your thoughts are your thoughts. I own them.
Oh my God!
And I think that the point of this episode, hopefully, is that this is a cultural phenomenon, and that there's lots of things to talk about.
That's true. That's true. I don't want this just to be the takeaway is they're hot and dumb and we hate them. Like, I think that would be the easy.
You're on record as saying you hate hot people.
That's true.
You said it many times.
That's very true.
You're wrong about that.
I know, that is just my sole opinion, and I support everyone except Donald Trump. But like,
and maybe Logan. If I can arrange it to have him on the show, we'll do a follow-up episode.
I'm uncomfortable.
Why? No, I think it'd be good.
That doesn't make me not uncomfortable.
Which is why we do it. Pretty much all of our ideas that make one of us uncomfortable, we have to do it.
I know, that's true. Fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. Speaking of parody accounts... Was that a good transition?
Great, yeah.
Okay, so I found this Instagram parody account called _LA_basics. The LA Basics.
Okay. This is like basic bitches?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Wait, maybe our listeners don't know what that means. If you're a basic bitch...
Oh.
What does it mean?
Like, I mean...
You mean you're a white girl that drinks pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, you watch The Bachelorette, you have Uggs, if the weather does not demand it, and you probably knit because everyone else is, but you're really bad at it. So you buy knitted stuff online to tell everyone you knit it to try to fit in with your sorority sisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just carved out a really specific person. That's not... Anyway,
like you
people know what basic is.
Okay.
You don't think so?
I mean, maybe.
Okay. If you don't know what basic is, you might be basic.
It's true. It's true. Do basic people know they're basic? Do crazy people know they're crazy, Kyle? I don't know. I'm worried that I'm crazy.
Oh, well, okay. I need to have a talk with you about something, Mike. Okay, so yeah, this is a parody account of basically Instagays. So it's almost like a Ken doll kind of thing, but it's not Kendall Jenner, like a Ken doll.
Okay.
Not exactly that, but like basically this like doll that then they post pictures of that are like kind of mock Instagays and what they do.
Wait, so it's a person dressed as a doll, or it's a doll that
it's an actual doll
toy that they take pictures of in different poses and
scenarios.
It looks
Photoshopped, so it looks like they grabbed a picture of a beach and put them in front of it and
let's go to the beach, let's go get away.
They say what they're gonna say. Have a drink, clink, grab some Bud Light. Bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by.
I think Nicki Minaj got her ass at the same store as Kendall Jenner. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. What do you think it was called?
Back that thing up.
The buttress.
The Badonka Depot.
I don't have anything better than that. Okay, so like one example of a post. This is my favorite one. Oh, it has 52,000 followers when I looked it up.
Okay.
So more than you, Logan. So one of the posts was like this like doll thing on a swan, like a inflatable swan thing in the pool.
Okay.
And the text said, "Labor Day in Palm Springs on a giant floaty. I'm such a goofball." Palm tree emoji, hashtag holiday vibes. And it's just like the perfect...
It's very tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, it's like... It's the perfect representation of... And it kind of like reflects what I was talking about. Like, I'm just a silly dog. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, oh my God, I'm just being silly on this super hot pose on a swan thing. You know, right. Like... Or it'll be like... Never too early for powdered donuts and like face covered in like white stuff. And it's, you know, the implication is Coke.
They just blew a donut?
Oh, I mean, potato.
Oh my God. What if you met a dude that jizzed powdered sugar?
Married. Why would I talk to anyone else in my life? Sorry, Jack. You have been replaced by the guy who jizzes donuts.
Sorry, Jack. Your boyfriend. Who is your boyfriend?
My boyfriend is my ex-boyfriend. I'll introduce you to powder later. Hi. Okay. So
Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Mike. Hey, Mike.
How's this episode going?
You know, I think we've gone deep. Yeah. I think I broke up with my boyfriend over the air. So it's been a wild ride. Your mom talked about it. I even forget. It's been so long. So many things have happened since then. I forgot your mom talked about her. V-Town. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Were you laughing because you just thought about how ridiculous everything is?
Everything is ridiculous.
Hi, why are you all listening? I always have that question. So I'm like, you know, just like, why are you here?
People keep tuning in.
What are you doing?
We keep wondering why.
We keep talking. You keep listening. I mean, it's a great relationship for a like considering this is a podcast. But okay.
Great.
What I really want to talk about this account is the comments section. So
never read the comments.
And nevertheless, here I go. So I first saw this. I was like, hilarious, perfect take on Instagays. Love it. Follow. I think we follow them now.
End of review.
Yes, good. The review is very good.
All the stars.
So when looking at the comment section, one of the most common things that people say is it's spot on, which is what I think you can tell is like, oh yeah, this is funny because it's very reflective of what actual Instagays post.
So it's good parody.
Good parody. Again, review. Very good. So someone else said they were, basically angry at this account because it was like, oh, great, you're just going to shame our own community for just being themselves. You are rolling your eyes and shaking your head.
Never let people's feelings get in the way of a good joke. And if it's a well-executed parody, get the fuck over yourselves.
I don't know. Have we said this on the podcast? That's my dad's saying.
Yeah.
When I grew up. But
that's why strokes are hilarious, because your dad had one.
I might have cut. I don't know. I forget if I cut or not. My dad growing up, that was like the saying that stuck with me. And if you didn't understand, like that quote alone, I feel like should give you like a really good understanding of both who I am as a person and also this entire pod. Like me on this podcast is, never let someone's feelings get in the way of a good joke.
It has to be a good joke. You can't just say offensive shit and call it comedy.
Yeah.
But if it's a good joke, if it's funny,
game on.
Game on.
And I also this Tina Fey talking to David Letterman, which is some of the best comedy I've seen. Is just I rewatch her talking to David Letterman because it's just she's a hilarious person. But
Tina be on our show.
Hi Tina. Hello. You're very good. Oh, another review. Very good. Okay.
All the stars.
All the stars. So she was talking about doing Sarah Palin on SNL.
Gross.
And, someone has got to. And she was saying, like, some people were like, you're being too hard on Sarah Palin. And she said, you have to be just as... she said it way better. Tina Fey's way better than all of us. You have to be just as hard on the girls. This is not coming out. All of my words are innuendos on accident. You have to be just as hard on the female politicians as you are on the male politicians, or else you're treating them like they are the weaker sex. That is like imagine that, but really eloquent and funny and beautiful. And it's the same thing of like, if we can't parody the gay community, like at first I was kind of like, oh yeah, like we shouldn't be tearing each other down. But then it's like, no, we have to be able to make fun of our own community.
Whether you're gay or straight, I will judge your abs and cock the same.
I don't know. I think you get like a 20% leg up if you're straight in my book. Just by virtue.
Well, this is my book. I wrote this book.
Okay. Well,
you keep your book over there.
I'm recycling your book.
My book's made out of plastic. Fuck you, nature.
Good. I hate fish anyway. Doesn't it get into the fish's blood?
I hope so.
It's just like trans pee or, all the other glitter.
They're
and
transing the fish.
Yes. I still love it. Okay. So I think a lot of gay culture as well, the great part about it is our humor and the ability to make fun of things and even like a darker sense of humor, which I don't think this is, but like I actually think those are great qualities of our community that I love. So I do think parody is good.
Parody's great. It should be protected by the Constitution.
Oh, wait.
It is.
Also, the conclusion that parody is good is the worst, like, conclusion that we've ever... Like, that's the dumbest resolution of a... Okay.
Here's a question.
Okay.
I think that there's this presumption of narcissism when we look at Instagram and we see the Instagays, and there's this sort of thought that to be into yourself that much, that you're that beautiful and you're showing the world that you're that beautiful... You must be a narcissist. You must be narcissistic.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking, could the same argument be made about us? Like, we're not showing our bodies, but we're showing our voices and personalities. Like,
think that we could have a...
You had your hand moved and your head shook, and now you're akimbo with your fists on your hips. Wow.
Do I need... Okay.
No, you can say your things. I just want you to know, it's just like...
I did a lot of activity.
You got
physically.
very physical there for a second.
To think that we could record ourselves talking about whatever shit we're talking about and put that out there, like, that's... I feel like I've only been able to do that because you can take the narcissism and, like, pretend like it's not happening. Like I can like, whoa, we're just talking and posting something. I mean, oh my God, I just said the same thing of like, I'm just taking pictures and posting it. Like, but yeah, I agree with you. A different kind of like.
Great. Mike is right, and this is a great segment. Fantastic.
Well, no, I do know that personally, like I grew up, how I was raised was extremely focused on humility. Like my parents, I think, are really great in that they are very humble people, take other people's opinions and really consider them. So they're never like, you know, they're not going to be the ultra assertive, like, and I think that's really helped me in considering other people's feelings and be empathetic and all that good stuff. But add that kind of humility and in a often in a self-deprecating way to the fact that I'm gay, and like we talked about in the last episode, the passing episode of, and then I also never valued my own opinion. Like you put that all together and that makes me really insecure. So to see people that are the other side that I would call egotistical is like, I hate that quality. And I think whenever you have a specific quality in someone else that just, you hate it, anyone with that quality rubs you the wrong way, it pisses you off, you hate those people. I think that is more of a reflection of you in some way. And to me, that is what I've only figured out is people that have that, what I think of as egotistical is because I can't do that. I can't put myself out there in that way with that level of confidence. Yeah. So what I'm trying to get better at is understanding that just taking a selfie, a shirtless selfie, that does not make you egotistical. That just says you're posting a shirtless selfie. To say that you are smart is not egotistical. You could just be saying a thing about you.
It's like, just factual.
Yeah. Or or just like, it's just one of the things that is a thing about you. Like, you know, like, so talking about yourself in a positive way is not in and of itself egotistical. So I do why I got all movementy and opiniony and whatever I did is like, this is a particular issue for me because I pride myself on being empathetic and humble, but at the flip side, don't have self-confidence or self-worth. So any kind of person that even has a hint of being what I would call egotistical, even if it's not actually, just really rubbed me the wrong way.
But we kind of are, right? A little bit.
I think
we're great.
But yeah, we're good enough.
We're smart enough and doggone it, people like us.
No, I agree. I think what I'm realizing is to put yourself out there in whatever way that is, you know, whether it's doing a podcast, posting a shirtless picture of yourself, posting your artwork, you know, being a streaker at a tennis match, you know, whatever way you're putting yourself out there, like that takes a level of confidence and self-assuredness that is not necessarily egotistical.
Yep. So, in that context, then, let's talk about Anthony.
Let's talk about Anthony.
So, Anthony is one of the Fab Five on Queer Eye. Many people malign him as the dumb, pretty one. What, you had a thought?
Yes.
Okay.
He is the dumb, pretty one. I'm a maligner.
His Instagram is ridiculous. / fucking hot.
Yep.
Many hot things happen.
Yeah.
That are filled with hotness that I'm hot about. And
so, if you could take away one word, what do you think that word would be?
Hot. Oh. Spelled with 2 A's and a W.
Woo! In what order?
Whatever floats your canoe. But now that we've talked a lot about the psychology of Instagays and the parallels to maybe what we're doing, do you have any other thoughts about Anthony, or like has any of that shifted for you now that we've done all of this research, or are you still just in the boat of he's fucking stupid and pretty and that's all he can do?
Well, yes to all that. I think that I was reading just before we started recording about another guy that's like an Instagay turned chef, and I think that it's the same thing as studies show hot people get a leg up, but I think to a different degree of like, if you're a super hot Instagay and then decide to also become a chef or a whatever, you're going to get a leg up, a huge leg up in that
both legs
career.
up in the air.
You're going to get so many legs up purely because of your hotness, your Instagayness. So that hasn't changed for me. I think part of a big part of why he's gotten to where he has is because he started as a model and he's hot. And then he was like, oh, I should like stir things. Or, you know, what if you add salt?
Make hors d'oeuvres.
But what I will say, what I haven't given him credit for that I really want to, and I've been thinking about this, since we've been talking about this episode, is I really like that some of the things that he puts out there are pretty femme. So like things he wears, like he'll wear crop tops or like he'll wear makeup or he is this, everything about him could just be a stereotypical jock. He works out, he's white, he's hot, has a great body. He's was a model. Like he could just go with that cookie cutter gay image, but he also wears this a little bit more femme clothing a lot of times. And that aspect, the fact that even if he is the hot dumb one, but also wears more femme things, I think that is a really positive influence that we need.
I think by the time that you get to being one of 5 people representing gay people in a show called Queer Eye, that's on, is it Netflix?
Yeah.
That's on Netflix. There's so much money involved there. You are more than whatever it is that you appear to be.
Yeah.
You are a shrewd business person. You have really very carefully tailored your career. You have some legitimate expertise in whatever it is that you've been selected for. I just, don't get me wrong. People are right. What they see on the show is not a talented chef.
Yeah.
What they see on the show is not a huge contributor to the value that is Queer Eye. I'm just saying that I don't believe what we're being shown. That by the time you get to the place that he is, there's more going on than just what you look like. Because there's a lot of beautiful people who haven't made anything of their lives, who didn't just automatically show up on national television.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And I probably the way that I speak in hyperbole, like masks some of these like nuances that, yeah, I completely agree. Like, even like anyone who reaches that level of fame, there has to be something they did that helped get them there. Kim Kardashian, like, sure.
No, Kardashians are fucking stupid. They're famous for being famous. Fuck them. I'm willing. I said that on purpose. I'm willing to be schooled. I think you're about to say,
here we go,
things that will make me reconsider that.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian think about Kim Kardashian versus Paris Hilton. Both have the idea of like they had famous like parents. They were super rich. They both had sex tapes that got them popular. Kim Kardashian turned that into an empire.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton is just in her sub empire, still being like having a lot of money and having a great life.
She just bounces from hotel room to hotel room.
Yeah, from
she
dick
owns.
to dick. And yeah, so like even if you have some luck or some sex that gets you famous, you do have to have some like level of intelligence. So I agree with you. Like there's something that got him there, and it has to be some level of determination or intelligence or something that got him there instead of made him stand apart. And I agree that he has to have some like he has to have a good like level of cooking knowledge to like get on the show. I also think though that I find it hard to believe that the 5 people that we have chosen to represent queer people also happen to be really hot. You know, like it's like, I bet you there is a super gay, super ugly, incredible chef out there that Anthony beat out because he also had the, media persona or the followers or the looks. And that's, again, like it may not even be a criticism about Anthony specifically, but he's just an example that you can easily point to. It's probably just more a criticism of society that's what we want to see. And we don't want to see, I'm here to be a chef and I'm ugly and fat and I dress in my shitty clothes, but I'm amazing at teaching you how to make real interesting things.
I'm gonna go fishing for some hate mail. Are you ready?
Oh no. Okay.
Tina Fey said, "You have to make fun of the female politicians as much as you do the male politicians, or else you are treating them as lesser."
Mm-hmm.
I think Karamo is the one that we need to be focusing our judgments on, and I think that we don't because he's black. I think that the show has shown him having zero skills. He's gorgeous. He's beautiful. But I think that he's done actually like less than Antony in terms of actual skilled things on that show. And I wonder if we're afraid to talk about that or shine a light on that because he's black. And because Antony's white, it's okay to shit on him.
I used to think the same thing. And what I thought was, okay, this person... I still think it's dumb that he's labeled as like society and culture or whatever.
By the way, I want him to bang me so bad. Just, go ahead.
But he's like, isn't that what he is? Society and culture expert. Like,
what does that mean?
Yeah. What he actually offers is like psychologist. I was like, oh, they need a mental health professional to be talking to these people. So I disagree. First of all, in that I think his role is more of the emotional and the conversation. So like, he's
been assigned to a role that doesn't require hard skills, unlike a chef.
Yes,
okay.
And he is not building or remaking an entire home. He is taking people aside and saying, "Why don't you like the church?" Or he's taking someone aside and saying, "Black Lives Matter" with a cop.
Yeah. Your memory's real good.
It's great. He said something about being black, and it's great. But he's had some of these deep conversations, and I think that's his role. But I did think the same thing of like, okay, yeah, he's a super hot guy. Why don't we actually get a trained mental professional? But then someone told me that he actually like spent, I think it's almost 9 years working like as a caseworker, doing case work that caseworker does. Yeah. He just worked real hard on cases. No, But
then like Antony didn't he study at a culinary school? Didn't he study under Ted, who was the food guy from the first incarnation of Queer Eye?
Well, that's all just to... You're right that I'm filling in a lot of the blanks about Antony that I don't necessarily know. So like in my mind, what has happened is they were like, great, here's this hot person. We want him to, and he's kind of a chef. Or maybe he's even a good chef. We'll say he's a good chef. We'll put him have him study under this dude, and that'll get him legitimacy. Like in my mind, that was like very orchestrated.
Okay. So speaking of orchestrated, Antony is an Instagay. Mm-hmm. His Instagram has lots and lots of pictures. A lot of them are fucking hot. Mm-hmm. And so in anticipation of this episode, we took a number of Antony's photos and redid them.
His photos are so like, you're right. Some of them are like model shots, but others are like that. I'm just a goofy person goofing off with the pot. Like,
here I am with this piglet.
Yeah. And they seem like these beautiful, orchestrated, quote unquote, like just casual pictures. And we found the ones that we thought were the most ridiculous and took our own version.
So look for those on, so we did a making of video that's on YouTube if you want to check out our YouTube channel, but we also will have all of them on Instagram. So we might be Instagays waiting to happen, Kyle. We are not.
Maybe we're just a good balance because you're optimism, because I am so pessimistic. Instagram.com/gayish podcast. And we'll post the 6 different photos side by side with Antony's and then our version. Our version is Antony's, but with a little bit of a twist. So check that out and heart it. I'm still learning about Instagram. Heart it.
Send it to your friends.
Fave us.
Retweet our...
Re-Instagram us. I think I asked Jack if you could re-Instagram something, and he looked at me like I was the biggest idiot.
Oh, so, your boyfriend Jack? Who is your boyfriend?
Yeah. Soon to be ex-boyfriend once I find powder cum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was surprised. You had a lot of hilarious ideas that I just... I love brainstorming things with you because like you just out of left field are just like the most. I've been thinking about something for like a week and I'll be like, oh, what should you do? And you're like, hilarious idea off the bat. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, no, but like, yeah.
It's because I have ADD. I can't help it. Just like shit just comes out of my face.
Oh, you are your mom's son.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was
like,
right. I had to
genetically true.
I had to do the like think about the tree and the ups and downs. Yes, you are definitely that. Do you want to take a break?
Should we take a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break and let's take pictures of it. Let's put
Let's
it
take
on
a break
the
on
internet.
Instagram and we're gay. Break.
Instagay.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
If we were going,
Oh God.
if we were going for most annoying podcast ever, that would be a good noise to make.
Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
Oh, we're gonna do our gays and
We're
straights.
going to do our gayest and straightest, but first, our website is gayishpodcast.com.
Mike,
Hey, Kyle.
have you drank enough?
Yeah.
I can tell. Our
Fuck you.
yeah.
You don't know what I've drank.
I know specifically what you drank. Our other thing is other place. Oh, our Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook is all /Gayish podcast.
Our hotline, we get text messages and voicemails, is 585-5-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates, that's money talk, apply.
And our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
And by the way, y'all are great.
Everyone's perfect.
You send us shit, we smile and laugh.
Yeah. We like text each other like, did you see that email or that text?
Yeah. And then you're like, it was good, right? And then I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it makes you want to keep doing this, right? And I'm like, yeah, maybe.
It's pretty much how it goes. No, yeah. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for texts and emails and just everything.
Should we do our gayest and straightest?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go into that. So my straightest thing. Well, okay. So last week my gayest thing was that I painted my nails.
Yeah.
My straightest thing this week is that I have let them deteriorate into just pure modern art. Like they're all peeling and I haven't redone them. So like,
It's how I imagine straight guys' toenails look like.
yeah, just like if someone saw them and be like, you gotta fix it. Like the only reason no one has said anything to me is because I'm a dude wearing nail polish, so they can't say anything, which I'm fine with that. I need to, I'm gonna redo them tonight. My gayest thing is that I was talking to one of my clients and they have no idea I'm gay, but she was like, okay, like the next project I want to work on is for transgender hormone testing. Like it's a very specific medical test that they're promoting on their site.
Is she testing fish to see if they've been transed?
To see if they've been transed by the pee. And it was like funny just because I don't think as many people would be able to jump in and say, great, all right, let's look at the hormone testing and let's look at how people search for that. And maybe they're using terms like trans or maybe they're using FTM. And like, I just knew all this stuff off the bat. And if she doesn't know for sure that I'm some kind of queer, she has to at least think like, what, like that's more than.
I mean, do you wear gloves when you're around her? Because
she's on the phone, so I don't think that. Oh, are you saying?
No, answer the question, Kyle.
Are you saying my nails, the painted nails, would give me away?
I mean, that just says big old Q of some kind.
Some kind of Q. Maybe cute.
No.
Okay, that's mine.
Great.
You thought I usually talk longer. Is that why you were drinking?
Yeah,
Well,
I was like,
you thought I was going to go on for another few minutes.
My liver loves it when you talk.
It's very fair. And it happened again. You thought I was going to go off on the whole thing. I keep interrupting you when you're not drinking. Oh, I wanted you to drink again so that I could stop right when you're in the middle of. What about you, Mike?
So the straightest thing about me this week, yesterday I was over in Bainbridge Island, which apparently Jennifer Aniston, at least at some point in the past, owned a house out there.
Huh.
It's out in Puget Sound.
Justin Theroux. Didn't they break up?
Who?
Jen and Just.
I don't know who that is.
Justin Theroux?
No.
Okay.
Is he on?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Went to a restaurant and...
not Jen. Now we're back to you.
Back to me. Jen used to live out there.
Okay.
That's all. End of that part.
Yep.
I went out there. I was at a restaurant. I was eating foods.
Okay.
And the person that I was with,
okay.
Should I say Chris?
Yeah, he's been on the show. So.
Okay, great. Chris Bola from the tasting room. Mm-hmm. He had me check out the waitresses' asses.
Waitresses' asses? That has to be a tongue twister of some sort.
Waitresses' asses.
Or...
Waitresses' asses.
Waitresses' asses. Waitresses' asses. Waitresses... That's... Okay.
Waitresses' asses. And I did. And I felt so straight.
Yeah.
And actually, one of them was pretty great. One of the asses.
Well, how was the other ass?
Yeah, kind of like flat and dumpy.
All asses are dumpy. Poop jokes. I'm back to poop jokes. Okay.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Yeah. Unlike my BNs.
The gayest thing about me this week has to be this shirt. I shipped myself some, not this shirt.
Oh.
You've seen the shirt that I'm talking about, though. I shipped myself back a whole bunch of shirts from Russia. This is.
I thought you said I shit myself. Okay.
I did not shit myself.
Okay, you shipped yourself.
If I shit myself, would it be my gayest thing? Maybe. If there was a dick up there while it happened.
Yeah, but like... I think shitting yourself is a universal experience that no one likes to talk about. So...
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was I was in Russia. I sent a whole bunch of stuff back to myself, shipped it instead of put it in my bag or whatever. Mm-hmm. My collection of t-shirts finally arrived, and I have this one that's just bright pink, and it says Vodka Pomagayet on it, which is Russian for vodka helps.
I saw that and I loved it.
It's great, right?
Yeah, I love the shirt. And you're wearing another Russian shirt right now. Maybe we should, if we were better at trying to reach our goal of being like not Insta-gays, but like Insta-sub-gays, I would probably maybe I could take a picture of this and post it and be like, this is the shirt we were talking about.
I might be an Insta-gray now.
Well, you do have the salt and pepper hair, which you if you follow us on it or like us on or whatever you people do
Get
on
your
Instagram,
shit together, people.
Then you've seen that about so I'll by the time this airs you'll see a post of Mike wearing the current shirt he's wearing in Russian.
Yep.
And maybe I'll take a picture of the other one.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's it.
This
has been Gayish. A special thank you, as always, to Charlie Finn for the use of our theme music.
And thank you to the Instagays who fill our lives with beauty and complex discussions.
Thank you to Anthony, who can fill me with whatever he wants to.
I have nothing better than that. Like always, I have nothing to top that.
Great.
Yeah, that's the end, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you.
Do it.
See you next week.
See you next week. In my butthole.
In my Instagays.
They're so hot.
As I will sing. Hey, and by the way, do you hear what your words bring? Oh, P.S. I'm gay-ish.
I like my men like I like my steak. Dipped in ranch and bloody on the inside. I have no idea what that means.
I do. Fishertown, USA.